Hey everybody, welcome to Paul Mash TV, bringing you the very best indie country from all over the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is Paul.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Paul Mash TV. We're glad that you could join us again today, and we're almost at 400 likes, so we appreciate that. We appreciate all your feedback. And in addition to Facebook, as you know, we also have the email address, and you'll get all that by the end of the show, so stick around for the closing credits. And as you notice, a lot of things are a little bit faster here than what they were. I got a new computer, so the video is a lot smoother. As you can tell, we got a new program, so we'd also especially like to hear how you like Paul Mash TV since all that's happened, and you're always going to get a response, so we hope to hear from you even more. Right now we have from Longford, Ireland, believe it or not, we have Brendan Kelly, a very talented musician. And of course all our musicians are talented, but this one is no exception to that rule. So we hope that you enjoyed the interview. So here it is, Brendan Kelly, right here on Paul Mash TV. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back to another interview, and this time from Longford, Ireland. Please welcome Brendan Kelly. Thanks for joining us, Brendan.
Thank you for having me on, Paul, and hopefully it's a nice introduction to all your listeners over there as well.
Okay, well, we appreciate that. A question I like to ask is, everybody has their own story, so why don't you tell us your story about why you decided to become a musician? I'm sure you got an interesting story behind that.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a lifelong story, Paul. It basically started when I was 12, and I was given a guitar as a present, and learned to play 3 chords in it and learned off a few tunes, and within a few weeks I actually started writing my own music. And this went on for about a year or two, I suppose, or maybe till I was 17. And for some strange reason, I don't know what it was, but I actually gave up music completely for about 25 years. And I only got back into music about 2 years ago around a campfire. We would be avid caravan and camping people here in this house. And we were around a campfire, and a friend of mine who knew I had played music just took the guitar off a gentleman who was playing the guitar and threw it at me and says, "Brendan, here, make something of that guitar." That was his exact words, "Make something of that guitar." So I actually struggled through country roads on that particular night, and then week in, week out, I was pestered into learning new songs, and within about 3 or 4 months, there was about 85 or 90 people around the campfire maybe Friday and every Saturday night. So that was the start of the journey back until I released my first song, "Just to Be a Man," in 2017, and it went really well. It was #1 here in the UK and Irish country music charts for about 4 months. So that was the road back from the music scene now for myself anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good story. Why don't you tell us something about your your influences? Do you have any good influences that inspired you to become a musician when you were growing up?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was growing up, I was always kind of tuned into the American country. Even though there was, the country scene in Ireland has always been strong, and there's always really good artists here. But my main influence in music has always been Dolly Parton as growing up, like. I found her music, and especially her honesty in her songwriting, to be very inspirational. And I suppose that's where I took my own songwriting style from. Every song I write is actually a true story. There's a story behind every song I've written and that I release. And yeah, Dolly, I would have to say, would be my inspiration, and the opportunity to share a stage with her at some stage, if ever possible, would certainly be a dream come true.
Yeah, exactly. And she is a legend. I mean, especially all the stuff she did with Kenny Rogers and so forth. Yeah, she's definitely a legend in the country music scene.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've been around for a while, so I'm sure you have a lot of albums. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about your albums for us.
Well, believe it or not, actually, I'm releasing my first EP on the 24th of August of this year. I'm doing an album launch with my band. I could have obviously just picked a lot of songs that was popular and released albums, but I actually decided to go down a different route. I wanted to actually have an original album of songs, so that just to be a little bit different, and just to start letting people know who I am and what I'm about as a songwriter and as an artist, we'll say. So it's going to be a 6-track EP that's coming out in the next couple of weeks, and 4 of the tracks are original and 2 of them are actually covers, just to make up the 6-track EP. And shortly after that, then within a month or 2, I'm finishing out my album of original material. I actually have most of them recorded at the minute, but so that will actually be officially be my first EP and my first album by the end of this year. So I'm looking forward to getting to see what the response will be to the album. I've had a great response to my own music so far, thank God. It's been wonderful. The people have been very supportive. I mean, even your own country people in the USA have really gotten behind my music, and I have to really sincerely thank them for it. I've had a lot of people sharing my music and a lot of people requesting my music in the States, and fantastic DJs like yourself actually playing my music. So it's that's really like a clap on the back to keep going and see where it leads.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure we'll be looking forward to that EP coming out very soon. We're getting ready to play a music video for you in a couple minutes here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and if there's a story behind it, we'd love to hear that.
Yeah, the song that you're going to be playing is a song called Ramblin' Man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a true story. It's actually about a gentleman that I knew, and he had an alcohol addiction, and he actually lost his house and he lost his family. And the lyrics of the song in the chorus actually is singing he found Jesus, but it's a bit like a metaphor. He did find Jesus, but he found himself also. And the gentleman that actually I'm singing about is off the alcohol 5 or 6 years now, and we're all really proud of him. He's doing really well. He's a good friend of ours. And so I just thought it was a really, really good story, and it was deserving of a song, because it's a full 360 story, where it was a really heart-wrenching story from start to finish. And then when he was able to find himself and he find Jesus, he was able to turn his life around. And I just think it was a pleasure to be able to write a story about and a song about a true life story, and that's what I love to do.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be looking forward to that song when we play in just a couple moments. But I guess we're about out of time now, Brendan, and we want to thank you for joining us today, and we sure enjoy talking to you, and we'd love to have you back sometime. If you ever got anything to plug, just let me know, and maybe we'll have you back a second time sometime.
Well, I really appreciate that, and if any of your listeners would like to just keep in touch with me, they can check out my Brendan Kelly Music Facebook page. Mm-hmm. Or the website is brendankellymusic.com. So by all means, come along, give us a like, and feel free to send me a message, and I'd be delighted to chat to some of your listeners.
Okay, well, we appreciate that. And now we're going to play Ramblin' Band right here on Paul Mash TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
He found Jesus in later life, lost his family and lost his wife. No one knows where he goes. He's a rambling man. He wanders high and he wanders low. He's got nobody, he's all alone. Looking back through his wasted years, he's holding back the tears. He let the demons within his mind make decisions that were not kind. He hurt people he loved the most. His time has passed, he'd like to go. He found Jesus in later life, lost his family and lost his wife. No one knows where he goes. makes new friends, doesn't know the names. Every day is the same. He seeks salvation in others' faces. He keeps looking in all the wrong places. Life passes by